What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is your man Sane here, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about this ray tracing on Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on the PSP emulator. This is the earlier development of ray tracing, not like the newer version that I have by Immerse. This is more of the older version that came out last year, but it works very good with the game. We're going to be talking a little bit more about how the ray tracing features actually work, and what are the pros and cons, and more so towards the fact of if it's really useful on PPSP emulator based off of the settings, or is it just something that you don't really need on the emulator. Because I know a lot of people, they like to enhance their experience when it comes down to playing retro games or just playing games in general, and you see a lot of these videos have these said so elements within the game instead of the natural elements. But before we do that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate that. We're on the road to 2K, but yeah, let's do ourselves a favor and get right into this video. So for starters, we want to be able to talk a little bit more in depth about how it works and what to really expect from it. So in terms of the ray tracing element itself, you're going to really just try to use Reshade, and the Reshade function actually makes it to where the compatible settings within the list of Reshade help enhance the game to your liking, whether it comes to bloom, motion blur, or even just certain elements that make the game's cars or features sharp, of course. But in this particular video, the ray tracing element is from Pascal Ray Trace, I think that's what it's called, but it's the feature, or at least the version 0.21. So really just talking more in depth, so if you really remove the option for ray tracing, it actually makes it where the game still looks sort of crispy, or just crispy in general. What am I talking about? It's the PSP emulator on Windows, and if you have the compatible settings for it, shouldn't really necessarily be a problem, of course. But when adding ray tracing, it actually cuts away. I don't know if it's just me, or it's probably because of my hardware, because I have a 3060, but it basically cuts a bit of frames, a little bit of frames, and it makes the game work probably, if I may say, 4% less performance than what I would have it if it wasn't on, and that's just probably the only difference. But I also noticed too as well that with the ray tracing feature on, it definitely doesn't add into the races, at least some of the races. From what I've gathered, or at least understand, is that the ray tracing feature in the earlier development, unless it was an actual PC game, then I would obviously see the difference, because it would be for everything. It wouldn't just be for, I guess you would say, just the main menu, or even in terms of, just driving into the open world. It's for everything. Whereas PSP emulator, it actually only works, at least for me, during the free roam drive. But that's fine, because of course it's really just a test, and when I see it in the free roam drive, it actually looks great. So the pros are that you get a better, I guess, quality experience, because that's kind of what it really is a better quality experience. You get a better presentation of what the game actually looks like if ray tracing features are on within there for a PSP game. I usually just try it out for racing games, not necessarily for other PSP games. On top of that, you actually get to see firsthand how well it works depending on the hardware, or depending on the CPU, because those things come into play. The cons are it cuts needed performance within the PSP emulator. On top of that, shaders don't really work as well, and it makes the game look very clunky at times. So I hope this was very interesting for you guys, because definitely I will take it into consideration to kind of work around some games that actually work with the ray tracing feature in depth. But I don't know if you guys find this a bit interesting. Of course, Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I appreciate all those who actually viewed a lot of my past videos. We really have been pushing and growing slowly but surely, and it's been such a blessing. I don't really get to say this very often, but this was just a quick video to showcase what the ray tracing features actually look like on top of the other reshade settings. If you're interested in this reshade setting, or at least the ray tracing, just let me know in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. My name is Sam, signing out, and take it easy and have a good day.